Do we now know exactly where the Red Sox stand in the Juan Soto sweepstakes? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. I hope you all enjoyed your turkey day yesterday, because I'll tell you what, Red Sox Twitter did as well. There were conspiracies about the Red Sox and Juan Soto flying across Red Sox Twitter yesterday. So what we are going to do in today's video is we're going to break them down a little bit. We're going to talk about what we should believe, what we shouldn't, and where the Red Sox might stand offer-wise with Juan Soto. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. So like I said, yesterday, Red Sox Twitter was ablaze with these, I'm going to call them conspiracy theories about Juan Soto, because I don't think they should be considered news or reports just yet until they're maybe proven right, but most likely proven wrong. I'm going to call them conspiracy theories. They look something like this. It started with someone saying, yeah, the Red Sox deal with Juan Soto's done, baby. He's coming to the Boston Red Sox. They just need to iron out these details. We also had clips from Dominican baseball podcasts that were saying similar things. And it kind of felt like for a second there was smoke to this fire, but I will say I don't think there's fire just yet. The reason for this is because Juan Soto is simply too big of a character, right? This is too monumental of a contract that you're going to start to get a ton of different reports / rumors surrounding this guy. You're going to get a million of them, right? Similar last year, remember Shohei Ohtani on a plane to Toronto? It's going to be stuff like that with a player this big. And if you hang on every single report that gets put out there, your head's going to be going a million different directions. I mean, if we genuinely believed every single report that was put out by someone who is claiming to have inside sources to the Boston Red Sox or to Juan Soto specifically, Soto would have signed with 3 different teams right now on 3 different contracts, right? That's sort of where we're at with this Juan Soto news. So my advice to everybody is to find someone that you truly trust to give you this information, whether that be Jeff Passan, John Heyman, someone who has reputable experience breaking this news about these guys signing contracts, which is why after all of this, when Jeff Passan tweeted, "I'm thankful for reporters who don't make up stories. I'm thankful for Juan Soto, who has not agreed to any contract," I pretty quickly put my phone down and dismissed some of these ideas that a contract between the Red Sox and Juan Soto is done and good to go. I don't think this should be something you guys are putting a ton of stock in. I still think there is some legitimate time to go here with Juan Soto before he signs anywhere. But what I will say is there was one report yesterday that I think gets kind of hard to deny when you look at this guy's history, and this actually could have a lot to do with where the Red Sox are at in their bidding with Juan Soto. Not exactly their agreement, but where they are money-wise, and that was a report from Hector Gomez. Hector Gomez, for those of you who don't know, is a bit of a reputable source when it comes to baseball news. Now, in terms of breaking baseball news, he can tend to be hit or miss, but what I will say is he's been pretty reliable, specifically when it comes to Dominican baseball players. He was, if some of you guys remember, the first person to report that the Red Sox had offered Rafael Devers a contract extension. He then broke the Rafael Devers contract extension news later on when Rafael Devers officially signed that. What was that? Back in January of 2023? Yeah, that was Hector Gomez. On top of that, he was also the guy who said before anyone else, hey, the Yankees are getting real close to a deal here with the San Diego Padres for none other than Juan Soto. There is some legitimate backing here with Hector Gomez. He is a very reputable Dominican baseball reporter, which is why when he tweets out, hey, I'm hearing the Red Sox are offering 13 years, $625 million for Juan Soto, your ears should start to perk up a little bit. Now, this was also in conjunction with a tweet below it that said that Rafi was on the phone with Soto for over an hour, that Soto is real interested in the Red Sox because of their Dominican lineage. I don't really know how to feel about that one. The fact that Hector Gomez is retweeting it is a little bit interesting, but I honestly know nothing about Mike, so until he is proven right on something that we can see pretty publicly, I don't think I'm going to put too much stock into that. But it's not like he's reporting that there's any sort of agreement here. He's just sort of saying, look, Rafael Devers called Juan Soto, and I honestly don't think that's totally out of the realm of possibilities, right? In fact, I would assume it's pretty likely that the Red Sox are sitting there saying, hey, Rafi, you're the current face of this franchise. You want to hit in front of or behind Juan Soto for the next few years. You got to help us get him on this team, man. You live pretty close to him. Like, why don't you guys get on the phone and have a conversation? That feels like exactly something the Red Sox should be doing when luring Juan Soto to this team. So I'm not totally unconvinced of this guy's report. I just don't want to put it into fact in case he's not incredibly reliable, which I just simply don't know right now. But I will say again, Hector Gomez, it's kind of hard to deny. At the bare minimum, he's got some connections when it comes to Dominican baseball players, and Juan Soto is the biggest Dominican baseball player on the face of the planet right now. Now, does this mean that that exact contract offer is correct? Honestly, I don't know, but I do think it means a couple of things. 13 years, $625 million to me is proof that the Red Sox are legitimate contenders in this. Now, we've been hearing they are legitimate contenders in this sweepstakes for a little bit now, right? This isn't new breaking news, but I think for the most part, especially from Red Sox fans and within Red Sox Nation, there's been a lot of hesitancy to believe these rumors, mostly because it just doesn't sound like the Red Sox that we've known, and I guess you could say love. I don't think there's been much love for the ownership of this Red Sox team lately, but this is sort of a complete 180, right? Over the last couple of years, it has been, look, we're not spending big dollars on players anymore. We're not going to be that team that shells out a crap load of money for these guys. We're going to do our winning based mainly on the young core that we are developing within our system. That's been their motto for the couple of years. So why are they going all in on this guy now? Well, I think it's a great opportunity. The Red Sox want to build off of a young core. Juan Soto would come in a year younger than Jarren Duran, a year younger than Rafael Devers. He'd fit right into this young core. If they're going to spend money on anybody, it's going to be on the guy that still fits that mold of building around a young core, and that being the heart and soul of this Red Sox team. This guy just happens to be already a Hall of Famer going into his age 26 season, right? That's just sort of the caliber that Juan Soto is. So it does kind of fit in to where the Red Sox are trying to go. It's just a whole lot more money, and I think there was always some doubt as to whether or not the Red Sox were actually players in this game, and I think as stuff continues to come out, as contract offers continue to come out for Juan Soto, it's getting harder and harder to deny that the Red Sox are legitimate players in this sweepstakes, that the Red Sox are a legitimate destination Juan Soto could wind up, and I think that's where I'm at with these contract offers. Now, I will say there is something that gets me real nervous about the fact that this contract came out. Whether or not it's true or not, it's the only reported contract that has been leaked, right? There's been no mention of what the Mets are offering. There's been no mention of what the Yankees are offering, and that really, really scares me because this could have been leaked for basically two reasons. One, Scott Boras is sending it out or spreading it out, trying to get this number out there to scare these other two teams. Now, the Juan Soto doesn't really need leverage. He's Juan Soto. That should be leverage enough, but we do know that he is trying to become the highest paid position player ever. This contract would do that, but any money on top of that would make it a whole lot harder for other players to get up to that number, and by using some leverage, he may be able to get to that number, so this could simply be Scott Boras leveraging both the Mets and the Yankees to get much, much higher. The second thing this could be is the Red Sox leaking this. The Red Sox saying, look, I don't think we really have a shot at landing Juan Soto, but if we put this money on the table and we publicly put this money on the table, then everyone knows, hey, we tried to get him, right? We tried to spend this offseason. He just simply didn't want to come here, and that one scares me as well, because if he doesn't come here, are they going to pivot back to, look, we're going to be conservative with the money we're spending, despite everything we've been hearing about them simply not doing that this offseason? That's just sort of the pessimistic last couple of years Red Sox brain in me. Now, the third thing this could be is just simply Hector Gomez has absolutely fantastic connections to either the Red Sox or Juan Soto, and that's how he knows exactly what the Red Sox offer is. To me, that just feels a little naive, doesn't it? It is a distinct possibility, but boy, do the other ones feel a bit more realistic, and that's why this makes me ultimately pretty nervous about the fact that the Red Sox contract was out there. Now, again, I don't know if this is the legitimate one. I will say there is some legitimacy behind it. And I also will say, when we look back at the Jeff Passan tweet, what he's debunking are these other ones that we talked about. The ones that are saying, yeah, the Red Sox to Juan Soto, that's a done deal, right? The ones that are saying, good to go, no problem, he's coming to the Red Sox. Jeff Passan's like, no. This thing is far from over. He's not denying the contract offer that was put out there, because this was put out before Jeff Passan put that tweet out there. So I don't know if Jeff Passan's not denying this with the legitimacy that Hector Gomez has. There's a part of me that really truly believes that this is what the Red Sox are putting on the table, and that gets me a little bit excited, because that means the Red Sox are actually in on this thing. That means there's actually a chance Juan Soto ends up on the Boston Red Sox. Look, at the end of the day, we have to answer the questions, what do we believe in this conversation, right? Corbin, what should I be thinking coming out of all of this crap that got put on Twitter yesterday? I'll tell you exactly where I'm at, and hopefully that helps you as well. Where I'm at is, I think there's still a long way to go in this Juan Soto sweepstakes. I don't think the Red Sox are close to a deal with Soto. I don't think the Red Sox have some sort of verbal contract signed that they just need to iron out the details on. I think there's still going to be a pretty long process here before Juan Soto puts pen to paper, and I don't think that the Red Sox are still favorites. I still, in my heart of hearts, believe that the Yankees or the Mets are favored right now above the Boston Red Sox. What I also believe is that this contract offer is a legitimate one. I think that Hector Gomez, at the bare minimum, is within the ballpark of where the Red Sox are at right now. And again, like we just broke down, ultimately what this does is give me some hope. It doesn't put me in an area where I'm like, oh yeah, Juan Soto's coming to the Red Sox, baby. But it does let me know that, yeah, the Red Sox are playing with the big dogs. The Red Sox are in the deep end of this pool right now, folks, and they aren't coming out until this thing is done. So I'm cautiously optimistic about this. I'm not sitting here pumped about it. I'm not sitting here completely denying it. I'm somewhere towards the positive side, but more leaning towards the middle on this. And again, I still think there's a long way to go until we get some conclusion. I think everything is up in the air right now, and we're simply just waiting for it to fall down. Where it's going to fall down, I have absolutely no idea. But again, I still think we got some time here. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about all this? What do you think about everything that went on Red Sox Twitter yesterday? What are you believing? What are you not believing? And what do you think about Hector Gomez's reported leak of the Red Sox contract? Is that something that you are, at the bare minimum, cautiously interested in when it comes to where the Red Sox is standing? And what does that do for you with this Juan Soto sweepstakes? Let me know all your thoughts on everything that came out in the comment section down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. It just simply helps out a ton, and it's the best way to let me know you're enjoying the content. Don't forget, if you want to listen instead of watch these episodes, all you got to do is head over to your favorite podcasting app and look up Red Seat Radio. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the Red Seats.